It's the nightmare scenario. Amazon might be planning a hard reboot of Stargate. Welcome to Sidetrack, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. We all know we live in a reboot society, but there's options for any TV executives or movie executives when planning a reboot. You can either do a continuation of a story, but years down the line with new characters. You can do what they call a soft reboot, where you have completely new characters, a completely new story, but the universe stays the same. You live within the same universe, the same rules apply. The old TV show still happened. Or you can do a hard reboot. New actors, new story, you pretend like the old show never even happened. Now, I've done a lot of videos recently about Stargate, and I have a contact and a couple of contacts now within MGM that have been feeding me little bits of information, and this has come from them. Please check the card out. You can go to the playlist and go through all the videos. It tells you everything you need to know. But what have I been told? So, back in 2016, Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich actually pitched to MGM, and MGM had a deal with Warner Brothers temporarily to do a Stargate sequel. Now, this was along the lines of actually a plan they had back in 1994. The original Stargate movie with Kurt Russell and James Spader was supposed to be a trilogy. There were supposed to be 3 movies. The first movie was supposed to be based on the Egyptian mythology, which obviously we saw. The next movie, which I'm going to tell you a little bit about in another video because I know the working title, and I know a way we can get around this whole reboot thing as well. So please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification to catch that video when it comes out. And we're supposed to be around a different mythology. And then a third movie that was supposed to bring it all together. Now, in 2016, MGM's plan for the trilogy was around the same idea they had back in 1994. So the sequel was going to be this movie that the working title was First Gods. This was planned, and apparently Kurt Russell and James Spader were interested in coming back. Jonathan Gluckman was the MGM chief executive at the time, and he actually said the only way we're going to inject some adrenaline back into this show is if we bring back Ronald Emmerich and Dean Devlin. It's the only way to get this franchise up and running again. Dean Devlin was quoted as saying that the only way, after 20 years, to do this movie now is to do a complete reboot. So it seems that Ronald Emmerich and Dean Devlin and MGM at the time, luckily Jonathan Gluckman isn't the chief executive of MGM anymore, wanted to do a hard reboot, but more than that, they believed it was the only way to do it because too much time had passed. But SG-1 came along. Now, at the time, Brad Wright, Jonathan Glasner and Robert C. Cooper actually did get a handout and did want to speak to Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich about their plans for SG-1. They wanted to get their input on the new TV series before SG-1 started. Ronald Emmerich and Dean Devlin refused that hand. They didn't want to talk about it, they didn't like the idea of it being a TV series, and they were still annoyed back in 1996 when this conversation happened about the TV series happening at all. So there's no love lost between these two projects. Now, according to my sources, Amazon, as soon as they came in, saw what MGM was planning for the new series, led by Brad Wright, and they felt that it needed to be bigger, a lot grander. Now that made me concerned immediately, because what does that mean? Well, it seems to me that it means that they're going to bring back, and this is what I've been told, this plan for the trilogy. This will be big movie stars. This will be a big budget movie on trilogy of movies. Now that's exciting. And also, apparently there has already been a conversation, apparently a Zoom call during a series of meetings that happened at the end of October and early November between Amazon and MGM executives. A Zoom call happened with Roland Emmerich. This Zoom call was a brief pitch meeting about the notes that he prepared back in 2016 and how he felt they could be moved on now. So apparently, Amazon has dusted off these plans, and they seem to think it's the way to go. The thing that worries me about this rumour, and it is a rumour, I can't confirm it as well as I've been able to confirm other things, which is why I've taken a little bit of time to get this video out, even though I was told this nearly a month ago, is because it kind of fits with everything else I've been told. I've already done another video, please go back and check the playlist, about how Amazon seem to be trying to freeze Brad Wright out. And Brad Wright, to be fair to him, is pushing back. That would make sense to me if they're planning a complete hard reboot, because we know from what Brad Wright said that that's not what he wants. He does not want a hard reboot, he wants a continuation of the story, new characters, he wants a soft reboot if anything. The old universe happened, we're going to have new characters and maybe try to bring in a few new characters. Amanda Tappin and Michael Shanks are top of that list. If Amazon are going to do a full reboot, they're going to go with completely new creators. Brad Wright won't be involved. I don't think Brad Wright would want to be involved, if I'm 100% honest. But Roland Emmerich would be interested. What do I think? I think Amazon are planning a full reboot. I think MGM were going to do Brad Wright's vision. COVID stopped that. And then obviously the sale went through and Amazon basically put the brakes on any new Stargate project. I think if the new Roland Emmerich 2022 movie Moonfall is even remotely successful, and it does look good, I'm loving what I see of it, then I think Roland Emmerich will sign on to do a Stargate trilogy quite quickly, middle of next year, towards the end of next year. I think I'm actually very worried that this story is true, and I think we all need to get onto Twitter immediately. So my Twitter account, there'll be a link in the description, #BringBackStargate. Go over there, join, let's start getting a bit of a campaign going. I'll be linking that with Stargate 365 Days and any other Stargate channel that's willing to talk to me, basically. Please get over to the Facebook channel where we'll be discussing these things as well. Share the video, make a comment. Let's make as much noise as we can. Let's make it very clear to Amazon what we want and what we don't want from our TV show. And, you know, okay, they might own the rights, but this is for us, alright? This is, you know, let's be a Stargate fan democracy, a Gators democracy, and let's make our voices heard from the people that are above us, that are going to make this TV show. Because for me, if they do a hard reboot and they do it well, I'll be the first one to go, fair enough, well done. But I don't want 15 years of Stargate television, including SGU, which I'm not the biggest fan of, to just be wiped from the slate. You know, I don't want a clean slate. It might make it easier for the TV executives and movie executives to have a clean slate, but it's not what we want. As far as I'm concerned, what happened in SG1 is canon. That is what makes most of the show up. You know, the movie was great, but most of what I love about Stargate is the TV show. I don't want that wiped out from existence. I don't want them to pretend like it didn't happen. And let's really start fighting now, because these decisions haven't been made yet, but they are going to be made in the next 6 months. So now is the time to act. And let's hope that none of what I've talked about in this video ever comes to pass, because we make so much noise, they realise it's a bad idea. So if you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, it really helps me out. And you can join the channel. All of my videos go on at least 24 hours earlier for members, and, you know, a steady stream of income helps me make more content, if I'm 100% honest. So, thanks very much, guys. Please stay safe, and I will see you next time.